Ironically, Rani, in the 80s, in the South, there was Vijay Shanti ji, there was Zakhmi Aurat, there was Phool Bane Angare, and Khoon Bari Maang, Rekha ji.
Yeah.
There were so many progressive movies made about empowered women in the 80s. We kind of lost track of that till Mardani happened. And I'm so glad because I think it opens doors. Even in our studio, in Yasha Studios here, there is Alpha coming, which is led by a woman again.
Yes.
And I think Mardani opened many doors of achievement for acting, for women actors in our country, because it's important that they are front and center, because they are solid performers, they're actors, and in many ways Mardani has contributed to that. And congratulations. And each time, not only have you raised an important topic, but it is done not just with a mainstream lens, not just with a absolutely commercial venture lens, but also with an important message. And I think that comes because that's your personal belief system as well.
Absolutely. And also, Karan, I do believe that, we as this generation that's coming now, I think we should stop putting labels. Because this whole female-oriented film, I think we should stop that chatter and we should just call a film a good film or a bad film.
Yeah.
Because, the more we keep talking about that, it just defeats the purpose on which we keep harping on, that we don't want to let this happen and we keep doing the same thing. When we are writing a thing also, we should stop calling it a female-led film. It should just be a film.
A film, right.
Because it's about a story and either people like the story or they don't like the story. They like the content or they don't like the content. But this constant pressure of it being a female-led or a male-led film, it just is very tiring. And I think the Gen Z or the Gen Alpha generation, they have to start making that difference.
Oh, they're already starting.
Yes.
I think that kind of awareness is building.
Yes.
Mardani is a special film. It is the third part of this hugely successful franchise led by you. It releases at a theatre near all of us on the 30th of Jan. And I know how much you love your daughter, and I have a little surprise for you. I have a letter that she's written for you.
Are you serious?
And I know you have no clue about this. And I'm going to read it out to you, and for that I have to change my chashma. And this is Adira's letter to you, to her darling mother. Rani, your mic is gone.
My mic is gone?
Yeah.
Mic is gone.
Yeah. Mine is okay? All right. I'm going to read it out. This is probably the first time we're hearing from Adira. Okay. Hello, Mama. First of all, I just want to say how much I love you. You're the best mother in the world. We have shared countless memories together, joyful, tearful, and of course, funny. There are some qualities I like about you, some qualities I don't, and some qualities I've inherited from you. Some qualities I've got from you are my acting, dancing, and painting skills. One quality I don't like about you, but have got from you, is your short temper. We might be a bit different, like how you like bold colors and I like pastels. But at the same time, we are quite similar in many ways. Like our looks, she's gorgeous. That's my traits, habits, and skills. There are also some qualities that I have, but you don't have, like my school math skills. When I grow up, I hope to be kind, confident, loving, intelligent, and stylish, just like you. Setting everything aside, we are of the same blood, we are mother and daughter, and will have an everlasting bond forever. I love you so much, Mama. Love, your favorite, your beloved daughter, Adira.
Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh my God. When did you...
You take the mic first, nobody can hear you.
I don't even know where the mic
It's
is.
here, I'll get it for you.
Oh my God. Surprise.
I know you had no clue, but that's why we saved the best for last.
Oh my God, that is so sweet.
She is just a beauty, and she's one of the most kind, gentle, soft-hearted. I mean, such a blessing. Adira is a personality, and I love that she is obsessed with food just like her father is. So one thing about the Chopras you have to know, and I've grown up in that house, that when you're at breakfast, we discuss lunch. When you're at lunch, we discuss dinner. And food is a big part. Food and film is what defines the Chopra Khandan. And that's the one thing, Adira, I was surprised. We were in London together once, and she knew my two bhola bachchas who know nothing about anything, I want to tell you. She was quoting all the fancy names of the menu, and she knew everything about food. And both Rani and I started laughing because I said, my God, this chip, this block, it just goes together. She is truly a chip of the Chopra block.
Truly Yash Uncle's granddaughter.
Yes, she is.
Truly. Because sometimes I actually wonder that is she a reincarnation of Yash Uncle? Because she reminds me so much of Yash Uncle.
Right.
She's very creative. She also writes really well. She's a good storyteller. And I think she gets it from Yash Uncle and from her dad.
Well, we are all a result.
This is really amazing. And I'm wondering that she has not told me about this.
She has not. That means she can keep secrets, much like her mother.
Oh my God.
Much like her mother. Another thing you all both have in common.
Yeah.
Rani, I have to say that we're here at a very emotional place. We're here at the center of YRF. I'm a filmmaker because of the man behind the studio, Yash Chopra, his son, and the legacy of Yash Raj Films. You have taken it forward in your own way as an individual actor also, carving your own journey, making your own way forward, carving this brilliant 30-year career, and 2 years to 30 more. We have a special film releasing, but this year is special because we celebrate 30 years of the glorious, the beautiful, and the mega talented Rani Mukherjee. And it has been an honor, a privilege, and completely my pleasure to go down memory lane to talk about this exalting, beautiful, and solidly sincere journey that you have had in the movies. I just have one request from your fans, who you love and adore, is just make many, many more movies. We need to see more of you on celluloid, because every time you come, you sparkle. Thank you, Rani. Thank you so much. I got a call, 8 leading ladies had said no to me for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. I had become like the most rejected first-time filmmaker because nobody wanted to do that part of Tina. I was trying very hard to convince them that it's pivotal to the film, it's important, it's a really crucial part. Nobody. All those 8 girls, and I remember each one of their names, and I thanked them that they said no. To me, I got a call one evening from none other than Aditya Chopra, who called me. He said, have you seen this new girl in this trailer of this film called Raja Ki Aayegi Barat? It's this song. She comes out and she does a gesture. This girl is a big star. So I was like, okay. I went and had a look, and I said, she's a very pretty girl. And I went and met her, and of course the rest is history.
Yes.
The irony here is that it was actually Adi who called me and recommended me to you.
Yes.
And do you remember that meeting?
I remember the meeting with you, of course.
Yeah.
But I think Raja Ki Aayegi Barat has to be one of those moments in my life where truly, Karan, when I look back, I really don't know what I was doing. I was just following my mother's instruction.
Yeah.
I said, my mom wants me to do it, I have to do it. And because I'm doing it, I have to do it to the best of my ability. And whatever was best that I could do, I did for the film.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know was the kindness that was shown to me by, say, Adi, you, Shah Rukh, Amir. You all at the same time probably saw this, and you all thought that I was okay enough to be part of your films.
I remember saying that Aditya Chopra, who I think is a visionary, a maverick, and probably the first visionary of modern times in Indian cinema, of creating this studio we're all in right now. My teacher, my guide, my everything is your husband, and for him, for that I will be eternally grateful. He's the reason I'm even doing this interview with you today. The irony of that, I will not be lost on me at all. I remember asking you, Rani, he has a spy verse, he has a dhoom verse. When are you in his universe? And you turned around and you said, darling, I have my own. And you were absolutely right. Mardani is your female-led cop verse of your own. It's the first. I think this needs a huge round of applause, because we talk about all the other universes. We talk about the Singham verse, and we talk about the spy verse, the comedy horror verse. But you have been leading a female cop verse. This is part 3, which is releasing on the 30th of Jan this month, and you've led it silently, strongly, never owned it, and never made a big deal about it. But part 3, in these times, which is so led by testosterone and alpha male energy, you've been showing that in this verse forever. Rani, what something tells me that this is what you want to do on a daily basis to many people. Like, I think this is a vicarious character for you, because I can tell that Rani really genuinely wants to go and slap many people, like on a daily basis. I know it. I can feel it in your aura, in your DNA. Tell me that Shivani is really actually the closest to you.
Yeah.
Empowered, manic, on a hunt, like a crazy tigress. If anyone defines Rani Mukherjee, it is this character of Mardani. Am I right, or am I right?
You are right, darling. And you will only be right because you know me too well.
Yeah, because when you were slapping, I said, इतनी खुशी रानी मुखर्जी को सेट पे कभी नहीं हुई होगी, barring on this moment.
No, I don't want to lie. I feel very bad when I have to slap an actor.
You are lying.
No, I'm not.
Not this actor, poor fellow.
Yeah.
I really want to know, did you really slap him all those times, or it was like that?
No. Pradeep Da wanted me to slap. And I kept telling Pradeep Da, thoda cheating kar lo. Pradeep Da said, no, I love you, Dada, wherever you are. And I really miss him. But yeah, Dada
he
was...
could never turn around and say कि थप्पड़ से डर नहीं लगता.
And he, in fact, I was going on apologizing to him when I was slapping him, and he said, नहीं, आप चिंता मत करो, मैंने अपनी wife को बोला है कि रानी मुखर्जी ने मुझे थप्पड़ मारा है. So I was like, okay then.
Maybe he's got a few at home also. So he had come rehearsed.
God, no, but Dada was clear that I had to connect.
But talk Mardani. I mean, what a fantastic achievement for a female superstar in our country.
That achievement is because of the audience again, because they...
अरे कभी credit खुद ले लो. Audience, you're going on and all this matter. We'll keep aside a little bit
But
now.
I really believe that, Karan. I really believe that.
No. Let's talk about how you should own this. This is your franchise.
Okay. I think let's talk about how Mardani came into being.
Right.
I think we all remember the Nirbhaya case.
Yes.
And how it shook us all as a nation. I think the sheer audacity in which the crime was committed, it really made us angry. And in our homes, we were feeling the angst. We felt the pain that the child and the mother and the family went through. And it was shocking to us, because before that, a crime like this wasn't probably spoken about on media so openly. It was the first time that we got to know about a gruesome crime like that, and it really it was traumatized. Like, we were all traumatized by it. And I remember that time, whether it was Pradeep Da, whether it was Adi, whether it was me, Gopi the writer, I think Mardani was born out of the sheer anger that we all felt, and it was something that we wanted to say to the audience. We wanted to say to the girls in India. We wanted to make something that was empowering, that made the girls feel that hope is not lost, and of course, to also educate, to create or spread the awareness that these kind of horrible things are happening around us. Because many times, women shy away from watching this kind of content, or they feel that, oh my God, this is too disturbing. But I think it was so important to spread the message of awareness, and to protect, because the more conversations we have about these things, the more people get aware of these kind of crimes, because it takes that one wrong time for something bad to happen or something untoward to happen to a person. And I think Mardani was born out of that rage. And I do feel that rage even today, because the conversation from 2012 to 2026 hasn't changed. We still talk about women's safety. We still talk about the crimes that are being committed, and it's only getting worse. So where does that lead us as a nation? Collectively, I think it's our duty, moral duty, to keep conversing about these things, talk about women's safety, and I think a lot has happened since then. There have been bad touch, good touch, conversations that have started in school. There have been these squads that have started with all the police, whether it's the Nirbhaya squad or the Damani squad.
And also helplines, immediate.
A lot of helplines have been introduced. So I think the more we talk, the more we make people aware, the more conversations like this will happen. And I always want to be the person who wants to champion this cause, because I feel that as much as we do is not enough. And as an artist, I can only express my anger or my grief or my sadness through these parts. And the other thing, give hope, empower the women. And when I take lead and when I take charge, I want the girls to believe that they can too.
This is such an important film, not just because it's a part of a franchise, but because the topic is so essential. The messaging is so important. And I hope it empowers everybody to take up these issues, not just in cinema and storytelling, but also proactively in our day-to-day existence in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Day-to-day life reminds me and takes me to your day-to-day life. I think it's very essential. We've talked about all your career achievements, the legacy of 30 years, brand Rani Mukherjee and what she's brought to the table. But at home, I've seen what Rani is as a daughter, as a wife, and as a mother. Now, you are married to a myth. Conjecture about him not even existing. Though fortunately we do know he does. We've had the pleasure and privilege of actually spending time with him. I'm not sure he will appreciate this question, so you can skip to the good part, which is the next one. Because what is it like being partners with Aditya Chopra?
I think, Adi, you have known him before me. You know how simple he is in terms of he likes to be really basic in his life every day. And I think that that is something that has endeared him, like it's very endearing quality that he has. And that's something that I was drawn to. Because I come from a very humble and simple background. And the qualities that he had, the way he respected his parents, the way he, went about his daily life, I think that is something that really attracted me to him, so to say, because he didn't come with any, any baggage of being Yash Chopra's son. He didn't come with any baggage of being who he is, a very, very prolific filmmaker, being Aditya Chopra himself. He's really, really very simple. And I think that is what, because if he had even an iota of ego or any iota of air around him, I don't think I would have ever fallen for him. So that's something that I deeply appreciate about him, that he lets me be who I am, because he's so basic and simple. And I think it was meant to be, because when I see him with my daughter, it reminds me of my days with my dad. He reminds me a lot of how my dad used to be. And the kind of time he spends with my daughter, with our daughter, and the way he is with my family, I think that makes me very happy, because it's very important when your husband also respects your family, your friends. And I think Adi has always accepted them with a lot of love. And he lets me do what I want to do. And he empowers me.
He may let you do what you have to do, but I am petrified of him. Because I remember his paranoia of no image getting out, of him not wanting to be at your house, because he used to say, I'm not coming to your house, press hoga niche. And I was like, yeah, press nahi hai. So like he's just so hyper. I remember when you all were getting married, and I was one of the 18 people at the wedding, and he turned on and told me that if the wedding information leaks, it'll be only because of you, as in me, because others don't know anybody else. You're the only person who has access to the outside world. Remember, if any trickle of information that leaks, it'll be your fault. And I will never forget how stressed I was, because I remember 2 States was releasing, and I had to tell everyone I'm leaving to go out, and everybody felt I was being insensitive to 2 states. Why am I going on the release day of a film that is so close to my heart, a film that is a Dharma production film? I'm leaving. I said I'm going. I have an event in.
Even my wedding was 2 states.
Yeah, it was 2 states.
2 states you're going to the other.
I was going from 2 states to the other, and I remember I was lying through my teeth to everybody, and I told everyone I'm going to Manchester. And the first thing I do is I bump into Dabbu uncle, Chimpu, and Chintu uncle at the lounge. And they're saying, "Kahan ja raha hai?" And I was at the wedding was actually in Italy, so I was saying, "मैं Manchester जा रहा हूँ." So Chintu uncle has done a Spanish Inquisition. Manchester को planes जाते हैं, कब जाते हैं, कैसे connection जाते हैं, कौन से transit से जाते हैं, कौन से terminal से जाते हैं. And I was like, I'm lying. And then finally they've come at the lounge and they were going somewhere else, and they said, "Your flight to Italy." And he said, "तू तो Italy नहीं जा रहा, तू तो Manchester, तूने झूठ क्यों बोला?" And I was like, "Oh God!" Like I was so stressed, you know. And I remember this is all because of the hyperness that I have, because I'm petrified of your husband, and I still am. Even now,
I have nothing to do with it.
I know you have nothing to do with it, but even now when he calls me and he says, "Karan Johar," I know I'm going to get fired. He says my full name only when he has to reprimand me, and I'm 53 and I
loves
still...
you so much.
He does, and I know that, and if I get reprimanded by anyone, it is your husband. So I'm like, I had to talk about him because he's the other elephant in the room that we have to discuss. But you spoke about yourself, about being... I have to say that your daughter is just an angel, and I'm so glad that my twins and her have an equation of their own. I think these are legacy friendships. My dad and your father-in-law, us, you and me, you and your husband, and now Yash, Ruhi and Adira. I'm so blessed that we can continue this legacy of love and take it forward. Because it's not just taking it forward for the sake of it, it's also that love going on.